There's a big event that's coming up, and it is happening when? It's the Great Adirondack Barbecue Festival and Home Show.
That's right.
Good morning, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Good. So this is coming up soon. Is it this weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yep, the 28th and 29th, and the Home Show actually also runs on the 30th as well.
Okay. So explain what you're going to see. Obviously, the last time we talked to you, a lot of time has passed, and I'm assuming you've loaded this thing up.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of different changes. Well, when you walk in, you enter the Home Show, and there's home goods, New York Sash, Countryside. Steve Krusky and Meyda obviously will be there. We have a lot of great home vendors for windows, doors, furniture, Joe Hands as well. So you enter through the Home Show, check out that stuff, and then you exit out the back of the building where you'll see the barbecue competition. And we have teams from all over the country coming in. They're going to.
This is a real. You understand? This is a real barbecue competition.
Oh yeah, it's sanctioned by the Kansas City Barbecue Society, and
you're going to have people from all over the country come and compete in this, right?
Yeah, we actually just got a team signed up the other day from Memphis, which was pretty cool. So,
oh, they make it.
We're giving away $15,000. Yeah, we're giving away $15,000. So it's like, wow, yeah, it's worth the trip. You know what I mean? There's people coming from pretty. Actually, there's a team from Sarasota coming as well.
Now you'd promised me that I'd be a judge. I haven't heard from you.
Well, the judges are. You got to take the course. You got to take a couple courses.
We talked about that.
You get sanctioned, and then you have Kansas City Barbecue Society certified judge number.
For God's sakes, I can conduct a wedding. I got my license online. I can't do a barbecue. This is ridiculous.
If the chefs want to get married, then you can do that. But
I think we can find you a couple slices of brisket if you come up.
This is, and when we're talking about the brisket we're talking about here, these are like treasured recipes, and this is a very valuable deal. People travel all over to compete in things like this.
Well, the technique is very important as well. It's not,
right.
It takes some equipment, it takes some trial and error. And, a lot of these guys have been doing it for, 20 competitions a summer for 20 years. So these guys have been around the block.
So Bill's upset he can't judge because he's not certified, but when they come up and cook, how many are they cooking for? Like a party of 20, or are they cooking for? Does everybody get to sample?
No,
is what I'm getting at.
New York State is making it really, really difficult, even for the amateur division, to get the health permits. Because if you want to get a health permit to do temporary vending, and you want to serve food with your spouse or your brother, or your nephew, or anybody, you need to get workers' comp insurance in New York State. And I contacted the Herkimer County Health Department. And they said, absolutely no way we're making any type of concessions to that. That's how it goes. And I they got to do what they got to do.
Well, how do the little food truck vendors? They all have to have workers'
they
comp
probably
insurance?
have workers' comp insurance.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Well, they certainly have to have some insurance. They're now licensed.
Well, I tried to get a blanket for the whole event. I was gonna, because I'll get workers' comp and I'll cover everybody. But they said if somebody else is cooking the food and bringing it there, they need to be responsible for the food that they serve to the public, and you can't do that. And I said, which caused a problem because we were going to do the amateur division. We had 15 guys signed up and like 6 or 7 restaurants that were going to give us all food, and we were working with the United Way. They were going to come up and serve portions of all the food, and everybody contacted me and said, sorry, I got to pull out. I'm not filling out this waiver because you can sign a waiver, but it says you are the only person who can actually touch the food and serve the food and cook the food.
Wow.
And the people just get scared away. So it made it too hard.
We did the world's largest jelly donut, and on the floor of Riverside Mall, broke a Guinness record, and we're feeding people it.
No gloves at all.
Nothing.
Bill was reaching into that thing
and
a throwing
piece.
it.
It's the jelly was expired. We got the jelly from a place in New Jersey. Have some. Enjoy it. It's delicious.
Only a week, though. It only expired last week.
Those expiration dates, pay no attention to that crap. Okay.
We do, even though we're postponing the amateur division, there's still going to be tons of food, though.
Right.
I mean, we have 10 food trucks, Holy Smokes and, a bunch of the Utica food truck people.
Those guys are already in, and that's...
those guys are all
plenty
in.
of food, plenty of home stuff.
Yep.
And will you be able to see any of this competition as it's going on?
Oh, yeah. Okay. The competition teams are awesome. I mean, you can walk right up to those guys as long as they're not, like, in the middle of slicing up, like... a piece of meat or something, and they'll be more than happy to talk to you. They're super Listen, I didn't know any of this stuff getting into it, but getting into barbecue and competition barbecue, you're meeting some of the nicest people in the world. I mean, these people are not miserable at all.
All right, really cool. And it's next weekend, next Saturday?
The 28th and 29th.
28th, 29th. And where is it exactly?
It's at the North Street Pavilion. So if you take a left at the Pied Piper and go past the Enchanted Forest parking lots, and you go down there about probably half a mile or a quarter mile, you'll see it right on the left. You can't miss it.
All right, Max, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.